everybody. ROHWrestling.com, Ring of Honor social media. I'm Joe Dombrowski along with Jane Brock Daddy.
Give it up one time. Tag team action.
Let's give it up to Bobby Cruz for the introduction.
This is an Honor Club exclusive tag team match, zip for one fall. Team number one at a combined weight of 350 pounds, the Boys.
We are coming your way from the Ted Reeve Arena, Toronto, Ontario, Canada, one of the most historic wrestling towns in all of North America, and a venue that has hosted some of the most celebrated Ring of Honor cards in history, and it's a star-studded edition of Future of Honor this week. The Boys, of course, we always see them running around with the Ring of Honor World Champion himself, Dalton Castle.
And Joe Dombrowski, one of the upsides, well, besides the fact that I don't like him much, to Dalton Castle's recent run of injuries is it gives the Boys an opportunity to shine on their own. You gotta let a peacock fly, Joe Dombrowski.
It's time to fan up here in Toronto as we're about ready to see the opponents.
Oh, hell yeah!
Haha, hoo, hoo, hoo!
The Dawgs are in the house!
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't be silly. I'm the big dog, and that is Little Willie. And, you know, the Dogs, we've been in Toronto all day long, and you know what? We just can't find any good beer. And I can't wait to get back to the United States of America and get me a ice cold BWL. Can I get a oh hell yeah? Their opponents at a combined weight of 426 pounds, Britt Titus and Will Ferrara, the Dawgs.
We get an oh hell yeah from you, J-Rock, on the beer issue.
Now we get a oh hell yeah every time the Dogs come out here. You should be more excited. Up tempo, Joe Dombrowski. It's a Friday. The Dogs are out in the house, if you will.
I'm just happy they're not out here Facebook Living this week.
Hey, they're on the cutting edge, whether it's social media or here on Ring of Honor TV. Let's see what they got in store this week. Of course, the Boys on the other side of the ring.
As we count down to Best in the World coming up on pay-per-view on June the 29th. We think about, certainly with the Boys comes Dalton Castle as well, his big-time test, Cody and Marty Scurll, triple threat matchup, as the Boys getting a little bit inside the heads of the Dogs on the Code of Honor follow-through.
Yeah, having a little bit of fun here early on, but I don't know if you want to get on the bad side of the big dog and Little Willie. Hur, hur, hur. Why aren't you barking, Joe Dombrowski?
I'm trying to keep some decorum, please. But I'll tell you what, the Dogs have kind of made Future of Honor their own. Their home base here the past number of weeks. They've been on a tear, and we've seen a lot of different teams, all shapes and sizes, try to stop them. And Red Titus is on top of the world confidence-wise. But will boy number 2 have what it takes to stop him?
Well, we're going to find out as here you see the old collar and elbow tie-up in Red Titus. Look, yeah, a little bit of mocking there of boy number 1. That's right?
That's boy number 2, I just said it.
Nick that paddywhack, give the dog a bone.
I see. Well, I'll tell you what, the Boys, you talked about it a moment ago, he
wants the other one?
He does.
Indeed.
He wants boy number 1.
But I thought that was boy number 1.
Boy number 1 is in the ring now, yeah.
No, who's on first?
No, who?
What?
That's,
Which one? Wait, there we go. Hang on a second now. What are we, chicken fighting here? Come on.
I don't know third base, but be that as it may, we've got boy number 2 on boy number 1's shoulders, and it looks like we may have an old-fashioned chicken fight here in Future of Honor.
Indeed. Wait a minute. But that only makes sense because with Rhett Titus being the taller of the two, this gives them the advantage.
This makes sense. Once again, Willie goes along with every Rhett Titus idea, whether he has a choice or not.
Joe Dombrowski, you talked about cutting edge, Facebook Live. Here's the Dogs again. Cutting edge on Future of Friday, bringing out the chicken fight.
How about fanning up?
Wait a minute. Wait. Will's.
No! A little breeze is all it took, and the Dogs are down.
And to see, once again, little miscommunication. I'll tell you, Willie and there we go. Back on the same page, Joe Dombrowski.
The Boys tried to follow through, but I think the Dogs are just upset that they embarrassed themselves in such a high-profile environment. And Rhett catches Will coming in.
Unique offense from both teams, working together offensively and defense. Wait a minute now.
The Boys had countered the crossbody, and now it is 2-on-1 as Titus gets low bridge to the outside. Big Dog hits the floor.
Right here, the Dogs need a timeout. Todd Sinclair needs to stop this thing for a minute.
Missionary wrist, the boys connect.
Over the top rope, synchronized swimming. No, it's a synchronized double dive. They're bringing the crowd to their feet here up in Canada.
And the chants of boys ring out throughout Toronto.
The fans believe. Do you believe, Joe Dombrowski? Can they get the upset here?
2 count only.
How proud would Dalton Castle be of his Peacocks here if the boys get an upset on Future of Honor?
Well, my question is, do you believe that Dalton Castle will leave Best in the World, still Ring of Honor World Champion? We know he's had nagging injury issues. We know Cody and Marty Scurll have a lot of momentum. But will the dissension in the Bullet Club that Cody is denied?
Big crossbody, Joe Dombrowski!
2 count only. Will the alleged dissension in the Bullet Club help or hinder Scurll and Cody as they pursue the World Championship?
Well, we'll find that out. Best of the World in Baltimore. That, of course, is going to be fantastic. But this action, hot and heavy here on Future of Honor Friday.
Best in the World, June 29th on pay-per-view. As the tag is made, boy number 2 is back in. Little boy double team right now.
And you're starting to see that here, getting a chance to spread their wings. Again, the boys, Little Willie trying to fight them both off.
And check out that quickness. Sometimes, quick roll up here, driving with the legs, 2 and no. Sometimes they're so quick, it feels like there's 4 or 5 boys out there.
Yeah, and there's something to be said for being able to sit ringside and watch the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Wrestling Champion each and every night, Joe Dombrowski.
It's a bit of an aggressive tag from Retsky to Will, don't you think?
And get a little frustration going on here. The boys moving quickly, got the Dawgs on their heels.
And Rhett Titus from out of nowhere. I don't know if the boys had noticed that tag or not. Rhett came in from a blind spot and completely caught Boy 2 unaware, and Will's still upset about the tag.
Yeah, but that's the difference. These guys got to get it together. There we go, offense. The difference between boys and men, Joe Dombrowski.
What about Dawgs?
Who?
Stop doing that in my ear.
Joe Dombrowski, you got to get with it.
Northern Light suplex nicely done, and Lil Willie with a splash, and Rhett follows through with one of his own. Great tandem offense by the Dawgs. When they're on the same page, they can rival any team up and down the roster. They can only stay there for a certain amount of time, though.
Nah, I don't know about that. Again, half empty, half full. Joe Dombrowski, do you not believe in Santa Claus either?
I'm just being a realist here.
I'm telling you, the Dawgs are out here. You need to if you barked a little bit more, you'd be with them here. Now, there's the boot.
That's my problem. I don't bark enough out here.
That's exactly your problem, Joe Dombrowski, and I'm going to tell Rhett and Little Willie when they come back.
Well, I'll tell you what, as Will takes a shot.
Text them right now.
Please behave yourself. We talked about the resiliency of the boys. What about their recent UK tour as part of Ring of Honor? Their first time overseas as ROH roster members. 6-man tag team matchup with the reigning ROH World Champion Dalton Castle. Can you believe the punishment, pun intended, they withstood from Punishment Martinez, Shane Taylor, and the one and only Bully Ray? The boys took an absolute shellacking in the Doncaster Dome.
They sure did. They're taking one here today, but nothing quite like what you take at the hands of Shane Taylor and Punishment Martinez, 2 of the scariest cats in Ring of Honor.
As Will uses an offensive weapon, Will's taking quite a bit of punishment from his own partner in this matchup, physical and psychological. And that didn't work.
Boot right to the side of the face. You wouldn't know what that feels like, Joe Dombrowski, but it hurts.
Not in a hurry to find out. Boy number 2 counters out of the corner. He's being hit from all sides by Dawgs. And that drop kick is among the best in the business. Right on top of the hook of the leg, but can't put him away.
About time you gave that man credit. All jokes aside, one of the best drop kicks you'll see right there by the big dog, Rhett Titus.
It is pinpoint precision right in the face as Rhett Titus, the Ring of Honor veteran, showing why he has the staying power to survive against the most competitive locker room in all of pro wrestling.
And you know what else the Dawgs are showing? That even when they miscommunicate, they're a great tag team. They have isolated which one is?
That's Boy 2, and they're arguing over who gets to kick Boy 2 in the corner.
Well, I would argue about it too. It's fun, Joe Dombrowski. You should try it sometime.
This isn't any kind of fun. They're not going to win this matchup this way.
Guys, hug. Come on, get it together.
Will's balling up his fist.
Wait a minute. Did you see that, Joe Dombrowski? They just switched. That's illegal.
Are you sure?
I know when somebody breaks the rules, I would never do it, but I've seen it.
Now, wait, you've been messing up which boy is which all match. Now you're expecting to know that
They're pulling the okie doke. Don't fall for it.
Are you sure? Oh, they're going to end this thing. Oh, wait a minute. There's a cradle by the boy.
Am I sure? You know better, Joe Dombrowski.
Well, the Dawgs have been double teaming this entire match. Oh, no. Another miscommunication.
Malfunction at the junction, and now look at the boy with the big Hurricane Rana.
Springboard Hurricane Rana, beautifully done. And now using Rhett. as the springboard gets a modified Asai DDT. Didn't get all of it, but got it that time. The boy turns the dogs against one another most unwittingly.
And we could be looking at a big, big upset right here. Here we go. Look in the corner.
The boys get better every time we see them. We can say the same about the dogs. Check out this tandem offense. Check out the adrenaline and the velocity from the boys.
One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish, Joe Dombrowski. Can they finish him off?
Here we go, double team attempt. And Lil Willie bailing out his buddy.
That's what good tag teams do. They've always got each other's back, Joe.
Well, it's divide and conquer now as Boy 2 is left in the ring and...
Ooh, elbow to the face. Boy down, Joe. Boy down.
all physicality that time. And check this out. Oh, God. That double team offense has rendered this boy immobile.
Now with one finger, look at him.
Todd Sinclair says it's not the legal boy.
Wait a minute. How does he know that when he switched once? He didn't catch it the first time. Look out, Red Titus is down.
Roll up by the boy. No. And no matter what you think, Todd Sinclair's the law. If he says that's the correct boy, oh my God, in the corner with the Yakuza.
We have just seen miscarriages of justice here. These guys need to have labels or name tags or something, Joe.
Big Dog boot, the BWL, and now Red Titus. Big Dog splash from the top.
Ball don't lie.
Look at that determination in the eye.
Ball don't lie. Game time.
The winners of the match, the Dawgs.
Dawgs victorious for Jericho. I'm Joe Dombrowski. We'll see you next time, Future Honor Friday.